Yeah, so my name is Mr. Black. I am the director of bands and orchestras, or the instrumental music teacher here at Highland. I also am in charge of the IB Music and AP Music program, as well as I teach a guitar class.
How was it to just be on Zoom? Completely.
So, okay, being completely on Zoom was a struggle. It was one of those things we just had to do and had a good attitude about, but at the end of the day, it was really, we were not able to do what you want to do in a performing arts class. We were not able to really fulfill our purpose of being a performing arts curriculum. So that was a struggle, and also just in general, it was very challenging to try and find purpose in our curriculum when we couldn't meet in person and we couldn't put on concerts and we couldn't perform. It's hard to be a performing arts department that doesn't perform.
So how is it now that some people are in person and some are on Zoom?
So now it's really great. As we were phasing in, it took a while to get to a really stable place, but now things are really stable. The people who need to stay home are staying home. The people who are able to come back are back. And we're in a much better place as far as what we can accomplish and what we can do. And I think that being able to go back to that normalcy has been good.
So how have students been practicing on Zoom?
So when we were on Zoom, it was a lot of me giving examples and direction, and them kind of going into breakout rooms and playing for each other, or just me trusting they were doing it on their own. Canvas submissions, things like that. It was a lot of independent work.
So how exactly has COVID changed how the performance arts works in general?
I wouldn't say that it totally changed what we do. We just kind of had to take a break and take a pause and reevaluate. And now that we're coming, hopefully out of COVID-19 and we're getting to a better place, we're still going to go back to being performing arts based. All of our curriculum is still based around this idea that we are learning a skill and we're preparing it, and we are performing it and sharing it with our community, right? So, at the end of the day, we had to change things for now, but our purpose is still the same.
So, if you compared this year to previous ones, what do you think about it?
Okay, so generally, this year was just different. It's like almost not comparable to other years.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I track a lot of like the curriculum I do and the concerts I do, and there's a lot of stuff that I just kind of set aside for this year because this year is unlike any other year. This is, a totally new thing for everybody. So I don't even think it's fair to compare this year to other years. This year is its own anomaly. We're gonna make it through it, but it's its own.
So how adaptable have your students been?
They've been great. Like honestly, everybody just had a great attitude from the get-go. It was like, okay, we're online. We don't know what it's gonna look like. We've started a week late. We've been online. There was an earthquake last year. Like we have all the shared trauma. Let's just go for it. But everybody had a great attitude. Like that's the number one thing. Like I have not had any problems with students as far as like willingness to just be flexible, willingness to try new things, having a good attitude when the answer is no, like, no, we can't do that because of restrictions. They're always like, okay, we understand.
So do you feel like this year brought you all closer, or is there less camaraderie?
I would say, I don't know, that's a tough one. I'd say at this point, I feel like we're starting to get close. It's hard because literally my ensembles didn't meet each other till the end of the year, Like literally people didn't know each other. So I think we have this bond of having a shared experience of going through a pandemic year. Like there's this shared common experience, but I wouldn't say that we're closer.
And then is there anything else you want to mention or like discuss?
No, the only thing I would, say is I think music in schools is really important, and I think that like going through this really reminded me once again of like just how a lot of people need the performing arts. And you know, I know a lot of students really missed it when they couldn't be together playing their instruments. You know, so I think this whole experience is just a testament to like we need to keep valuing these types of arts programs like choir, band, orchestra, drama, you know, and so many other programs. But school is about a lot more than just core curriculum. You know, it's about learning, it's about, you know, it's about community at the end of the day. And I think this has made me realize that school without community just doesn't feel like school.
Yeah.
So.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.